Alright, so I am back, and today we're going to take a look at the Voodoo Toys Courage Potion, which is the diet clone version of the Ironhide figure that they're making, and it's not out yet. But here's the box. I actually really like this box. I do. I hate this artwork because it really makes this figure look crappy. There's product shots, great. You know, that's my new thing that I'm kind of venting on, is not doing product shots. So we get the black mode, the white one, which, you know, Ratchet, and then the red one, which is Ironhide. There's that, and that. So there's the box. And here is the figure itself. Up. And yeah, I actually really like this figure. It has its flaws. There's no doubt about the flaws. It's nowhere near perfect. I honestly do believe that there's going to be a better version of Ironhide coming out, be it the TFC version or the official one. This may not be the Ironhide for you. But we'll get into all of that in the final thoughts. But I have high hopes for this company later on down the road. I must say. So, quick look at accessories. He comes with instructions, which honestly suck ass. They're not as bad as the what was he called? The Lone Wolf figure, but they're in that same boat. He's got comes with the card, and this is the filler kit, which we'll show off here in a second. I'm not gonna do the fillers because this is not my figure. If I end up buying a copy of this figure for myself, which I will, then I'll do that on screen. But so yeah, here's the fillers. So you're supposed to pop these all off, and you plug them into like these little slots and holes, which is cool. I dig that, although I kind of would have preferred if they would have spent the extra, 20 minutes themselves and did it before they sent this out. Maybe they'll do this with their other figures and they're just trying to rush getting these out for tfcon. Who knows? So yeah, it's got a whole bunch of those. And then he's got his rifle. Single black cast. Looks alright. No, it's not a single cast. It's two pieces. It's weird. Why? Whatever. I don't understand why you would waste the time and energy to make this into two separate pieces and then screw them together when clearly you could just do one piece. I have not tried this yet, but let's plug this into his hand, see how he does. So it plugs in just like a regular MP gun and holds alright. Not super tight like Fancy Toys Bombshell, but it works. And then he also comes with this one, which I believe is the G1 toy gun, but I don't know about that myself. And yeah, you can hold that one just fine too. And just because I'm curious, here is a regular MP gun. This is side swipes. He can hold it. It doesn't really plug in, but his fingers are tight enough that he can hold it. So, alright, now let's get into the figure itself. So, first, first thing that I have to say is when I was picking this guy up at tfcon, they had the prototype of the Ironhide, and it had a face sculpt that looked exactly like Ironhide. This, they like softened up the features and made him look a little bit more, I don't know, droopy or something. But it's just kind of sad that they scrapped the idea or the actual accurate head in favor for droopy face. So that really sucks. Then the next thing I want to show off is, well, I don't care about translucent windows or whatnot. If you're gonna do it though, don't let them see through the entire figure. Let me get a flashlight here. So you could see, it's actually too bright, but you can see right through the whole figure. He's got a hole in his chest, which, you know, I jokingly say, you know, it's cartoon accurate for when Megatron blows a hole through him and kills him, but he's got a hole through it. I mean, look, it just goes straight through. So yeah, that's absolutely stupid for them to do. I can't believe that they would do that. I think that's just retarded. I'm sorry if I'm not being PC correct. PC at all, but I mean, that is just stupid. Because other than that, the face being, like, they deliberately went from a good face sculpt to a crappy face sculpt, and they deliberately have a hole in his chest. The figure, while a little fidgety, is actually pretty good. It's just those two aspects of it really make me say this isn't the best choice. Now, you could go in and maybe like paint the windshield in the back, paint that a different color. That's what I'd do if I was keeping this guy, but it's not mine. Or maybe Ripper Labels is going to make a sticker for that's going to peel off for you. You know, you'll put it on there and it'll peel off. So it's like G1 vintage accurate kind of thing. So yeah, you got that option too. Alright, let's talk poseabilities. Head is on a ball joint. Just a simple ball joint. So left, right, little up, little down. It's on this little hinge plate. Doesn't really have the best place to lock in. That opens up. And I don't know why. I have no idea. Okay, so the top of his head opens up for some reason. Because I thought maybe for a second there that maybe the head would slide out, but no, it doesn't. So that's kind of pointless. Alright, so shoulders ratcheted, kind of the indent ratchets up and down. Not solid ratchets, but they work. A little bit more solid up and down. Bicep swivel. He's got a bend right here above the elbow, and then another bend at the elbow. So he's got the full double bend. That works just fine. No issues there. Wrist swivels. Thumb is on one of those tiny little ball joints. I don't like that, but whatever. All the fingers are on one pin except for the pointer, which has got two pins in it, and it is actually pinned in. It's not friction jointed, so that's actually better than some official Masterpiece figures. Same on the other side. Waist swivels. And now this is another point where it's kind of stupid of them, but whatever. If you detach this, do the transformation, he's got an ab crunch. Now, I've heard stories that they're very proud of their ab crunch and they're very happy that it's there, and they want people to show it off. But due to the way the armatures in this figure work, he was going to have that in there anyway. So if you tab this in like you're supposed to officially transform it, he doesn't have the ab crunch. If you untab it, that's when he gets the ab crunch, but that's all due to the same transformation joints that were there to begin with. So I think the ab crunch is happy accident, which is fine. It's great. But they're bragging like they engineered it that way. And I mean, I can't say for sure that they didn't, but I mean, I think honestly it was going to be there anyway. So happy accident is what I'm calling it. But it's there. So if that's something that you really need in your Ironhide, you can have it. So the skirting moves just a little bit up and down. Legs go up and down, in and out. Thigh swivel. Bends at the knee. Nice ratchet there. Nice ratchet in the thighs, or in the thigh swivel, or I guess calf swivel. Leg panels have a difficulty staying together. Foot hinges side to side. It's got the hinge there. As you can see, it's like the whole leg just exploded there. Yeah. Come on. Stay together. Stay together. Stay together. Stay together. Alright. And then the other issue I have with the figure is like the backpack here. Nothing feels like it's locked in. It's just kind of floating there. And I don't like that. It really needs something to tab into that just click, done. It folds up really nice. I do like that. But it really does need something that just snaps this into place. Because right now, you can see it's just, I mean, I don't like that at all. So yeah, there you go. So let's get into the transformation. Now the transformation's complex, but it's not like oh my god, this is horrible like I think War Dog would be. But it's not the most fun either. So start by flipping the hands up. Pretty standard transformation there. Pull this backpack out, and you gotta kind of hinge it and then rotate it. And you want to flip these panels here out, up, and then all the way out. Just hinge them out. And then this piece here will just fold down. So, just like so. Alright, and then take the head, or untab the waist, revealing the ab crunch. As you can see, this is all part of the transformation. So I'm done. I'm done talking about that. Take the head here, flip this all the way down like so, and let's see, maybe flip that forehead open. I don't know. This will come up here like so, and there's tab here and here. They'll plug into these slots here and here. So you bring that up and plug it in. Arms can come back, and they tab in together like so. Rotate the forearms so they're facing each other, and these will tab in to each other like so. Pull these side panels here out, and then you take the arms and rotate them straight up, and they just kind of lock into place loosely up here. Just like that. Alright, and then we want to take the waist piece here and rotate this all the way back at the ab crunch. Sorry guys. Take this piece here, this folds up, and then untab this like so. Do the same thing over here. I think it's such a nightmare at times. And then here's where some clearance issue comes in. You want to take this piece here and then untabs, and you got to rotate this up, although nothing feels like it wants to rotate up. Rotate this out like so, and then rotate it down over here. Flip the window up, and then we slide it. It's on a slider joint right there. So we slide it back like that. And then you can take this assembly, and that folds in. folds up like so, and then this piece will fold up in like this. As you can see, it's really panely. Alright, rotate the leg around. And then we want to flip this piece here all the way down and around, like so. And then rotate the toe around like so. Flip this piece all the way up, and then this piece here will fold in. So this is all on double ratchets on this armature. So you just kind of fold that up all the way. Flip the tire out, and then this will all tab in together and be happy. There we go. Just like so. Whew. Take a breather. Maybe take a sip of your soda. Alright, let's get back at it. So now we got to do all the same thing on this side. This is just, oh boy. Alright, so fold the wheel out. Pull this panel here up where it doesn't want to fold. Rotate up. Fold out the window. Slide it down. Collapse it all up together. Fold this up like this. Fold that down. Flip this down. Rotate the toe. Collapse it in. Scream a little bit in your head. Tab everything together. Tab sides together. There we go. Whew. That's fun. And then we want to take this whole assembly and pull this up. And before we lock that all into place, you want to get the front section done. So you fold this tire down on one. It's on double hinges, so you want it so that it's flush there instead of up and over like that. So flush. And this will all just tab in. There we go. And then do the same thing over here. So you get this mirror here that's kind of in the way, but you got to get this tab, a little clear plastic tab behind that mirror without breaking anything. So that's a great transformation process there. Oh, come on. Tab everything together. You can't really see where the tabs are going, but you'll feel them when they go into place. That's one really bad thing about this, is just you don't really know what you're doing. You're just kind of pushing it and trying to get it to click into place. And because there's so many little tiny tabs, and you guys know how I fucking hate those things. And like I said, I mean, you don't really know if it's going into place or not until you feel it click. And then you're just kind of like, okay, I guess that's in place. So it's kind of a... I hate it. I hate this transformation. I was trying to be polite here. This thing fucking sucks. Alright. There you go. There's your van. Rolls. Tires are plastic, not rubber. Looks good, I guess. Yeah, transformation is a beast. I can't not recommend that transformation very often. Something's gonna break on this thing. There's lots of little tabs. There's lots of panels. It's got to flip and twist and turn and just pressure. I mean, even still, I haven't gotten everything right. You can see like this panel here is sticking out. This panel here is sticking out. This panel here is sticking out. These panels aren't quite all the way up like I would prefer. Panels here are sticking out. This thing is just, oh my god. Transformation's not that much fun. So let's get it back into robot mode. Now this is the mode that he comes in the package. So I'm going to kind of try and focus a little bit more detail on how to transform this from vehicle to robot, because this was a bitch the first time through. I mean, I wanted to throw it out the car window when I was first messing with it. So pull these panels here down just a little bit. Get those out of the way. Then we want to pull this top section here out like so. Alright. Move the waist down. So now we got two sections that we're going to do. We got the top section and we got the bottom section. We're going to focus on the bottom section first. So split the legs. Like so. You want to take the foot, this whole assembly here, and just pull it straight down. Okay? Then we rotate it all the way around. Flip this heel spur down and around. I rotate the toe. Like so. So that's the foot. Then we want to come over here, pull this panel here up and down, like so. You can take the tire here. This will flip in, and it kind of tabs into place behind there. Not the most secure tab, but it holds it. Take this window here, untab that, or hinge it, I guess, and then it's on that slider. So slide this up, fold the window all the way down. You want to swivel this all the way around so it's facing the front, like so, or facing the inside of the leg. And wish I could take the leg off so I could just show you the transformation of the leg solo. Alright, then we want to flip this panel here up, and this will hinge straight down. Alright, now there's a tab inside this little circle pattern here that'll plug into that little slot right there. Then there is a tab right down here that'll plug into this tab right, or this slot right there. So fold this down, tab everything in, and there's the outer part of the leg. Then you take this piece here, and there is a tab here that'll plug into a slot that's right back here. And as you see, it doesn't really want to stay in there, so you just kind of have to fiddle with it and get it there. And then this piece here just folds up like that. Alright, so that's one leg done. And honestly, if this would hold a little bit better, I would say that's a really clever transformation. Because it kind of is. I just realized now I have to transform this back to vehicle mode so I can get it back in the box so I can send it to the guy that bought it. Flip the heel spur, rotate the toe, rotate the foot around, Untab this, bring it down, fold in the tire, slot it in, pull this out, slide that window up, fold it. As you can see, the ratchets aren't the tightest either. They're nice, but they're not perfect. So hinge this around. And we got some clearance issues going on here. Come on. Come on. Come on. What the hell are you doing here? What is your problem? I have no idea what's going on here. It's not wanting to go into... There it goes. Shit. It just wasn't wanting to go into the side. Wow. It's being stubborn. Alright. So fold this piece here out. Rotate this down. Like so. Fold those in, tap those in, flip that around. Alright, there's the legs done. And if this was the G1, we'd have a head sticking out the window right there and we'd call it good. Alright, now this is the next part that's just like, wow. You want to pull this bumper down and untab it from each other. Then you want to take this whole assembly here and it rotates out, but it really doesn't want to rotate out, so you just kind of have to force it, and then it's on like this loose hinge, but you just kind of have to force it and just hope that that plastic holds, because you know they made the smart decision of making such a tight joint on, you know, and you have to put so much pressure on it on clear plastic. The more I'm playing with this thing, the more I hate it. I actually liked it a lot when I started this review. There we go. Alright, so get those out of the way. We'll come back to those later. We just needed to get that up and out of the way. Untab this roof section here. Come on. Rotate the arms down, and then we untab the arms and we pull them out to the side, trying to get those out of the way because this thing is being a pain in the ass. Rotate this whole assembly around, flip this panel here in, flip this panel here in, like so, and then what you want to do here, open that up, and then you take this wheel here and you untab it, or it's not tabbed in at all. You just hinge it out just like so, and then you push it forward on the second armature so that the wheel is outside the frame. Do the same thing over here. Now there's a T-shaped tab right there that'll plug into this slot right here. So you just have to hinge that around and just make sure that that gets into the right place. And then we fold this down, and there you go. If you don't get that T in that tab slot though, this will not transform properly. And you're going to sit there, what the fuck did I do wrong? And you're going to get irritated and you're going to want to throw it out the car window. Like me. This will fold down. This comes down, and that little spacer keeps the tires from each other. Flip the head up like that. This assembly will come up and kind of go into place, but like I said earlier, there's no tab or anything or locker that really gets it in there. So fold this up, tab the chest into place where it's supposed to go, and then this will just kind of fold up onto his back. I mean, seriously, it really doesn't have any kind of locker to hold that in, and that really bugs me. Flip out the hand, flip the hand out, flip up the panel, flip the hand out. Alright, and there you go. There is your Voodoo Toys Diaclone Ironhide. He's a nightmare. He's not fun. When you get him into bot mode, he looks good. I like the way he looks. I won't lie. But getting him there is such a bear. Such a pain in the ass. It's just... ah, man. Alright, let's do some size comparisons real quick and we'll wrap this up. There he is with an MP car, so that's about right, I'd say. And Soundwave, again, that's about right, I think. So all in all, he scales well. The body looks good. The face sculpt sucks. Well, let's talk about positives. So he looks good. Plastic quality feels top notch. It really does. I'd be surprised if this company isn't another company in disguise again. But it feels top notch. It really does. Now, transformation is just disgusting. Some of it's kind of clever, but if things don't hold together properly, you're screwed. If one little thing breaks all those clear plastic joints, this figure's gonna die. So transformation's not fun. He's got the big hole in his chest, which I mean you can see without the light here. You can see if you see Sideswipe. There you can see Sideswipe's face. If your figure has such a clear hole that you can see Transformers, you can make out a Transformers face through the window, through the viewfinder of a camcorder on YouTube, there might be a little bit of an issue. I mean, seriously, why the fuck would you make such a piss poor decision on a design? This thing has such great potential. If they would have figured out how to lock these legs in a little bit tighter, given it the original face sculpt and thrown a coat of paint on the windshield, then I'd be singing a different story. The transformation would still be a pain in the ass, but the end result would be worth it. Right now, I don't think this end result is worth it to me. So all in all, I'm going to give this figure a 6 out of 10. He's got some issues, and they're not going to be resolved easily. But he's nice. The plastic quality is good. This company has potential. I'm very eager to see what they do next. If they can dumb down the transformations just a hair and maybe, make sure that none of the figures have the hole in the chest, then I think we might have a good company on our hands here. Because this one has potential. It really, really does. So yeah, there you go. The Voodoo Toys Diaclone Ironhide, or what is his official name? I guess Courage Potion. Yeah, Courage Potion, whatever. So yeah, there you go.